Today we're taking on the latest release from the house of Tom Ford called Lost Cherry, this one right here. Rachel loves yummy fragrances.
It's true. I love yummy fragrances.
So we're going to review this for them. Ready?
Yes, we are.
We are. If you guys want to find out about Lost Cherry, please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time on this channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, participating in giveaways, and still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So last year around this time, Tom Ford launched a fragrance called Fucking Fabulous. Fast forward a year later, we've got Lost Cherry. So he's got a kind of a dirty mind, I think, with all these names. I'm getting all these weird visuals with this fragrance, but actually I sampled it recently and it's really, really yummy. So I immediately texted Rachel. I go, are you interested in reviewing Lost Cherry with me? A new yummy cherry liqueur almond fragrance. She goes, sure, let's do it. I said, let's go ahead and get together. So here we have a bottle. It is a 2018 launch. It retails, get this, for the price of $320 for a 50 ml. There was a 250 ml decanter announced, but for some odd reason they decided not to release it. So the price for this is really, really pricey. The per ml price is $6.96 after you factor in the sales tax, because it's $348 with sales tax for a 50 ml. So,
wow. So
per ml price is really, really pricey. If you had the 250 ml decanter, it would be priced at $810, I believe, or $805. But you get a lot more juice, and it's almost like paying just double, a little more than double, and you get 200 mLs of more juice. So it's on the pricier side. Not sure what Tom Ford is thinking about with this, not launching that decanter, but anyway, we are only limited to the 50 ml. So there's no perfumer credited for this. I cannot find that information. It's considered an Oriental floral or a fruity floral, or at another website said it was an Animalic Gourmand, which I don't really find Animalic touches to this one, but then again, it's just my body chemistry. Did you notice any Animalic touches?
I didn't.
You didn't? I didn't either. Yeah. So top notes for this one, you got cherry, liqueur, bitter almonds. In the heart notes, you got cherry, rose, jasmine. In the base notes, you got peru balsam, tonka beans, sandalwood, vetiver, and cedar. It's delicious.
It is very delicious. I think it's like extremely sweet, very fruity, very floral. Like the cherry, like the very sweet. It's almost like a candied, like syrupy maraschino cherry.
It is?
That you smell at first, yeah.
Do you like that about it? Because sometimes, well, I don't personally like the flavor of maraschino cherries, so it turns me off. Like the cheap kind that they use in like
the
cocktail lounges.
Yeah.
There are more higher end Italian Amaro cherries, I think.
Yes, but I think that's more the kind of cherry that it is, like a higher end.
A quality.
Yeah, a quality maraschino
not the
cherry
cheap
for
stuff.
Sure. No, not the one that you get on top of like your sundae at Friendly's.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So what are your thoughts? You said it was a little too sweet for you.
I think personally it's a little bit too sweet for me. It is like very forward, like you can almost like smell the sugar in the syrup that these cherries are soaked in, but it's delicious. Like I was saying, it reminds me exactly of this candy I used to buy for my dad. It was like chocolate on the outside, and inside were these like syrupy cherries, just these candied liqueur cherries. So I think I get a little bit of like liqueur notes when I smell it at first. I thought that was a little bit forward, but it's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, according to the notes, you are picking up the cherry at the top, and you also have that liqueur.
Yeah.
But immediately the almond kicks in. What about the almond, the bitter almond?
I like the almond. I think the almond, like the end is like just a little bit more subtle, and I like the nuttiness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that cherry carries over into the heart for you? Because we also have that rose. I like the way the cherry and the rose blends together. I mean, it almost like covers the rose that you're like almost not picking it up, but then again the cherry kind of disappears and that rose kind of kicks in and you go, oh wow, there is a rose note in here. So the cherry and the rose kind of are playing a little game together.
Yeah, they're almost dancing together a little bit of just like who's leading and who's following.
Who's following, correct.
Yeah.
So you do pick up the rose note in the heart. Yeah. So how does it dry down for you? Does it dry down on the woody side or the
I wouldn't say woody. I feel like it almost like it definitely like leaves me with like a sweetness.
It does. It's a sweet. Okay.
Like I think it lands sweet.
So, do you get the cherry in the base as well? I mean, is it drying down to a cherry, woody, musky?
Yeah, not musky so much.
Not musky so much?
For me personally.
Okay.
But you know,
we know about you and musk.
But no, I think it dries down to like very cherry and like very sweet, and just ends with a little bit of the almond. I feel like the base, like the very last note, doesn't incorporate so much rose. Like I think you start with the cherry and the sweet. The rose like dances forward a little bit, and then it blends and dries back down into like a nutty sweet cherry.
Okay. Makes sense. Now for me, this actually, as soon as you hit the bitter almond note, it starts reminding me of fucking Fabulous. So I think perhaps they had in their mind to create something like this because they already have a base of fucking Fabulous, which is mostly about tonka beans and almonds and leather. So they probably use the same almonds that's in fucking Fabulous in here in Lost Cherry. I also got in the dry down a bit of tobacco, like tobacco vanille. I don't know if you got that yourself or not, but I kept smelling something like tobacco, the tobacco and tobacco vanille, along with cherry. So it kind of gave me a tobacco, cherry, pipe tobacco kind of a smell to it. But it was mostly the cherry though. It's definitely the cherry. But here, it doesn't have, I was expecting Beast for this price point, $320 for 50 ml. The fragrance is very, very soft.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I think it's soft as well. I think it's like it's forward, but it's not subtle. It's not overwhelming, but it is very sweet.
It is very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you consider the sweetness overwhelming rather than the entire fragrance itself, or is it just as a fragrance on its own, it's overwhelming? I think it's the sweetness that you're reacting to, yeah?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely like the sweetness that I find very overwhelming. I don't think it's an overwhelming fragrance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of hoping it would be, a little more intense, because I found it to be a little lacking in performance. It fades away pretty fast.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I think for me, it doesn't fade away overwhelmingly quickly, but yeah.
Okay. Everybody's different, but I haven't really watched any reviews about this fragrance. I know a lot of people are talking about it. I decided to go just smell it on my own as I've been really busy lately, especially since getting back from Italy and not having time to smell it. Finally did, and I really loved it on the first smell. I just love that combo of the cherries and the almonds. It's just really delicious. But I was expecting for $320 something a little more beastness or like beefiness or stronger, more potent. Even fucking Fabulous wasn't that strong, but definitely was stronger than this. But I kind of can see why this wouldn't be as beastly as fucking Fabulous, because it is, after all, a fruity fragrance.
Right.
And fruity notes don't come off that strong or intense.
Right.
Overall, I really love it. I just kind of wish they were, as I said, it was a little more intense. And I wish there was the decanter available for when you can buy that. The Pearl Mill price of $6.96 would be a lot less. It would be down to about $3, approximately around that price point, which kind of is a little more affordable. But I have a feeling this is not gonna. It's going to turn off a lot of people for the price point, because when you're figuring out, it's almost $7 per milliliter. So if you are going to go and buy a sample of this from a sample house, they also have their own markup price. You're probably going to pay probably about $20 for a mil to smell this one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll have to go to a store to pick it up.
Yeah, I think overall we're just like wanting a better bang for the buck.
I think so. It is on the pricier side. This is not your regular Tom Ford Private Blend collection lineup of fragrances. This is the more expensive, which includes the fucking Fabulous and also things like Neroli Portofino Forte. It includes Oud Wood Intense. Those fragrances that are more on the limited side, a little more, expensive or luxury or something. Yeah. But overall, I really enjoy the scent. I just wish it was a little more intense and a little better value for me. The other thing I want to mention, it's the red packaging. This is fairly new. I think they might have had a red bottle in the past, but this is the first time I think I'm seeing it or even buying it. But the box is also red, as you can see. You don't get much presentation for this price either, so it's pretty limited. It's like I would like most luxury niche brands give you like full-on presentation, big box and things like that. Tom Ford is just very bare bones packaging, like one simple box, and of course you've got a beautiful reddish bottle. But anyway, any further things you want to say about Lost Cherry? What do you think about the name?
I like the name. I think it's alluring and fun.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about?
It's interesting, right? Like it catches your attention.
Yeah. Why is that cherry lost?
Yeah.
Are they kind of like alluding to things like losing your virginity or something?
That's what I thought.
Okay. I guess we were both thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, if you want to lose your virginity, try Lost Cherry. No, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we've covered pretty much the whole fragrance.
Yeah.
We like it.
Maybe that's why it's so expensive.
I guess.
Yeah.
Losing your virginity is expensive. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions or comments about Lost Cherry, do let us know. Have you tried Lost Cherry yet? What are your thoughts about this fragrance? Do you like the way it smells? Do you think it's expensive, or do you already have a bottle? You don't think the price is too high? Let us know. Put some comments down. Also, let us know if you like cherry in fragrances. Do you like almonds in fragrances? Do you like those smells? Do you like gourmand fragrances? Let us know. Let's get a conversation started, as I said. Otherwise, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.